And welcome back. We are still maybe in the middle of combat, maybe at the end of combat. We'll see in the next round or so what happens. But at the moment, in response to some niggling voice in his head, he has said, "Kill Suds." And he then made a willpower critical glitch.
That's how you play, right? That's what you're supposed to do, I thought.
So it kind of goes dark for you, Mr. Bell. And then you hear over your comms, "What are you doing?" And it's Fisher. And you have the dagger, like that, the dagger you just took in your hand. And you're about to start up the wall. You're still on the ground at the moment, but it looks like you were about to start running up the wall.
Whoops. I think I'm changed my mind. Whatever I was gonna do. Sorry. If I have control over myself, I'll flip it back into the the hilt in my back. Or the
You kind of think about it for a moment, and then you could sort of shake your head, and you slide it back into. So it was in the hilt for your combat knife.
Mm-hmm. It said it was a little too small for it, but
yeah. So the dagger's a little too small for the hilt because it's more of a stiletto and not so much of a thick blade. But it fits enough that unless you do any serious acrobatics, it'll probably stay in. That does bring us to Nova. The person you were using as a human shield has vacated.
I follow my shield. In fact, I walked in front of her on my way out.
Okay.
That's me then, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna kind of, from my crouched position, from kind of panting from that last one, I'm gonna kind of straighten myself back up, stand and look down the hallway, and say, "What do you want?"
talking to.
If you obey your contract, I have what I want.
She'll nod and just turn and follow the others.
Okay. We can now pop out of rounds. As you guys all exit the building. And as you exit the building, you do see Mr. Bell kind of taking his sweet time, walking back to the van, like he's thinking about something. It is still snowing, and it's sort of, it's unseasonably cold because, well, it's May. And even in Seattle, it doesn't frequently snow in May.
I'll look back at the spirit and go, "You're a little obvious. Perhaps head back to the astral as you follow."
It doesn't respond. Are you hanging out to see what happens?
No.
Okay.
I get in the van.
You get in the van?
Yeah.
The sooner we drop off this dagger, the better.
So are you headed back to... Where are you headed?
Back to Toil and Trubble, right? That's the mission.
That was the mission, yeah.
Before I get in the van, I'll take off my coat, and with it, I'll grab the dagger out of the scabbard, wrap it in the coat.
So as you grab the dagger out of the scabbard, you hear that voice in your head again. Kill one of them.
Oh, I'm not falling for that prize.
And my power is yours.
Let me think about it.
So you guys are listening to essentially a one-sided conversation.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, murder, but that's not different.
As he's holding the dagger.
But it's wrapped in my coat now.
Okay.
Okay.
And it might not make sense to any of you when I say this, but from now on, the only murder is going to be my murder that I choose.
Well, that seems like a real good policy.
I want to
You
check.
pick murders.
I want to check his aura.
Then make a choice.
Was someone picking out your murders for you?
So incidentally, as I'm reminded, for suffering the critical glitch, Mr. Bell, you gain a point of edge.
Oh, cool.
And for killing the blood spirit, Curie, you'll gain a point of edge.
Yay!
And then you're
But
going
seriously,
to sense him.
Yeah, I want to check that aura because,
Okay.
like, he's talking about murdering people now, and I'm uncomfortable. All right, astral signatures. 2 hits.
You get basically what you got before. That he's an adept. His aura is as big as yours. You actually see less information than you did before.
Yeah, that makes me nervous. I'm gonna assume
you sort of fill it in. You sort of fill it in from what you knew before, but you're clearly sensing nothing new.
right.
Can I tell she's doing this?
Yeah, you can tell my eyes glaze over. Like
I'm
that.
not looking at you.
I mean,
Well, then no.
because you also
Okay.
because you also have the ability. You recognize when someone else is astrally perceiving.
Oh,
So as I sit in the van, I'm gonna keep my astral eyes on and keep my eyes on him, and watch for any changes because, like, it couldn't be that I'm not reading him well enough. I think he's trying to hide something. So I'm gonna watch him throughout
must be what it
the
is.
car ride and keep a sensing.
I just stare forward, smiling.
You can make one more sensing test at a -1.
Okay.
Also, remember your wounds.
Oh shoot, yeah. How do I modify a roll like that without just clicking the button?
There should be a modifier switch up top, I think.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Whee.
And then it'll ask you what modifier.
Okay. Sucks that it doesn't automatically do that since it knows how much damage I have.
So there should be another switch that says wounds, and then it'll automatically calculate it. Okay. You do sense as on the van ride. Incidentally, you leave the area where the snowstorm was. And as you sort of falls away behind you, you see that it stops snowing. You do see sort of around Mr. Bell, there is a red mist in astral space, almost like it's a mouth whispering in his ear. And you can kind of make it out. kill one of them. It'd be so easy for you. Your hands are caked in it.
You think it's easy, but you're wrong.
You are experienced. I can tell.
So I'm keeping my increased reflexes on. And I, as usual, I'm sitting in the back of the van because I don't like having my back to anyone. But I have an ice spear ready. But if we get to Toil and Trubble and there's no trouble, we're fine.
Yeah.
And I'll fill everyone in later. I just don't want to risk the spirit picking up on my subvoke or anything like that. So
I just imagine, and I have GM'd for groups like this, where you'd have the driver and then like 4 people trying to squeeze into the way back seat because they don't want to have anyone behind them.
Yep.
Oh, if I'm able to, I'm in the passenger seat and I'm turned around looking.
Well, I said I was in the passenger seat.
So there's only one front seat in this van because it's modified for troll.
Oh, good point.
So it's essentially it's the 2082 version of the VW microbus, but the front seats have been converted into a single seat that Fisher sits in and takes most of that area, and then behind it there's the series of seats for you guys.
I reflect on how I've been studying different spells and sources and stuff like that, and I really need to work on that mind link one.
Mr. Bell, who's wrong? Who are you talking to?
My head spins around 360. No, I'm just kidding. That doesn't happen.
I cast Ice Spear.
No, that doesn't happen. I mean, how? Not wanting to be too like meta, because I get it as me. How much would I understand what's actually happening? I get that it's connected, but would I be able to explain that to everybody else? Would I understand that?
Do you have any magical knowledge skills?
Nope.
I text everyone else. The Bell guy is cracked.
So Mr. Bell, you're kind of trying to figure out what's happening. You have maybe a sense for what's happening, but not really the words to explain it. And then you realize the dagger's in your hand again.
Nope, don't like that. When I get Nova's text, I remember that technology's a thing. And I'll text everyone but Mr. Bell that I think the blood spirit is talking to him and telling him to kill us.
Tight. You got a med kit on you?
What?
You got a med kit on you? We can. First off, we have some wounds. We could probably do that, and then like the empty med kit, make him put the knife in it.
We could, or I kind of don't want to tip off the blood spirit in case it wants to attack all of us again.
Violet's going to turn to Mr. Bell and say, so tell me all about this. What is this? Is Green Acres? What is this hotel you're talking about that I'm getting these lovely ads for? I need to know more.
We don't disclose too much information about Green Mansion, but if you give us a call.
Go ahead and make an influence test.
Oh, okay.
No, Violet. Okay.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to engage his mind so that it can be distracted from outside forces.
Things are happening.
But Mr. Bell, that whisper in your ear is sort of It's loud enough that it's drowning out what she's saying to you, but it's not loud enough that you can tell what it's saying.
Everyone seems real tense right now. Let me just explain. There's a voice, and it's telling me to kill you. But watch. And I pull out my gun. Who's sitting next to me?
Me.
And I try to pull the trigger, and you see my arm tensing, but I can't pull the trigger. You're safe. Don't worry. And I put my gun back into my coat. You're muted, I think, Sarah.
I'm sorry, but as soon as he pulls that gun out and moves it in any direction toward one of them, I'm casting Ice Spear.
Oh, here we go.
That's fair.
I'm not amping. I'm really hurt. Like, I don't like any of this.
Yep, remember those wounds.
I have my wounds turned on. All right, let's see.
Oh.
Stop asking if I want to amp. No.
Oof.
Only one hit. I'll change a 4 to a 5.
Oh, we're spending some edge on that too. Okay.
Jeez.
Blood Spirit.
Go
I
ahead and
already don't like you. It's
Go ahead.
whispering.
Go ahead and defend yourself.
Jesus
Cool.
Christ.
Cool.
Can I
Reroll 2 of those dice.
reroll 2?
Yes.
You know it's bad when the blood spirit's giving you edge.
Yay. Can I spend an edge to roll one more?
Yes,
What I
you
need
can.
what I need to, yeah. Because if it's a tie, it would be a tie, right?
Yeah, it'd be a tie, and she would hit you.
Yeah. So I'll spend one edge to roll. Oh, I'm getting it. I think. Oh shoot.
I'm waiting on that number. There we go.
All right, so you are hit. So you're going to soak 3p. Okay. So in fact, you take only 1 box instead of 2.
Physical, right?
It is physical. So what happens is, as you shoot with the ice spear, he comes around to try with the dagger to try to parry it, and it knocks it out of his hand. And
It
so
knocks
sort
the
of-
dagger out?
Yeah, so the dagger sort of skitters under one of the seats.
Up.
So in fact, it's under it's under the front seat.
Oh, so it got knocked forward instead of back?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
And then Fisher is like, "What's going on here? Why are you trying to shoot at my van?"
Make no move, told the dagger.
I bend down and I pick it up with the coat.
I shoot him again.
Oh, jeez.
Actually,
Does Mr. Bell have gloves?
Yeah. I do.
Are they on?
Yeah.
I would like to try something else, actually. Instead of Ice Spear. No, wait, never mind. I'm going to use Ice Spear. 2 hits.
All right.
Remember we were talking about off with the what was it, danger sense or whatever?
Oh yes, you have combat sense. So remember,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have. You didn't roll that for your last test, did you?
I don't think so.
Okay, so go ahead and roll those two. It's 2 dice, right?
I think so. If
Okay.
the gods of tech agree with that.
I believe that's what the god of tech said. Okay, so remove that 1 box of physical.
No.
That ice spear, in fact, goes through the windshield.
Oops.
Uh-huh.
I still have it in my hand now. That the whole fall down
You
thing.
still,
didn't happen.
you still have the dagger in your hand.
And I don't pick it up. And I don't pick it up. I still have it, and you don't cast that. We retcon all that.
No, I still cast it. It's just that it doesn't hit you.
No. The second time around, when I said I bend down anyway.
Yeah, and I said don't touch it, and you touched it, and so now I'm gonna shoot you.
So
No,
it didn't come out of his hand.
So I shoot what?
So the dagger did not come out of his hand the first time.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't roll something
Because you missed him. Yeah.
So we're retconning quite a bit. Okay.
Yeah, we had to retcon that because he's got some extra dice on defense rolls that we're not taking into account.
Listen, if you forget to use things on your character sheet, that's not my problem.
No, it's Roll20's fault, actually, because it doesn't account for it.
It's Roll20's fault.
It is. But anyway, so you do then see me like try to fire my pistol at what, Violet, you're next to me?
It's
Who's
Nova.
Oh, Nova.
Me.
So you do see me extend my arm and try to...
You try it again?
No, this is what happened because none of that went off.
Oh my God.
You see me try, but my finger won't pull the trigger.
And that's when I shot at you, and that's when you deflected.
Right. Well, it flew through the window. Yeah, right. And then I put it back in my coat.
I am
Sorry about that.
and trying against the door handle, but I guess Richard's probably got it child locked or something, and I am just like, no, let me out.
I assure you, you're all safe.
So the door opens. If you want to open it.
Maybe.
At this point, I mean, Fisher does pull over.
Good. If he's pulled over, I get out. I get out.
Are we there, or he just pulled over?
The windshield shattered.
because an ice spear went through his windshield.
It could have been both.
Randy would be so like you trying to talk us all down right now.
We need to find a way to transport this thing safely.
It's safe, I assure you.
But when we hand it over to whoever, they're going to have the same problem.
That's true. It is quite convincing.
Give it to the mage.
Nope, we're not falling for that again.
And you hear that, Curie, because you're still sensing.
Oh, I hear it.
Yes. That sort of red, wispy voice says, give it to the mage.
Did that come with any sort of protection? Did it?
It did, but it's still there.
Yeah, the job did mention that there was a case.
We need to find the case.
It's
We need to
back
go
with
back.
Suds.
So we need to go back. In the meantime, how about nobody holds it? Is that it? Deca, is there a compartment or something?
A name.
What? Do you have a compartment in the van? A hidden smuggling compartment or anything?
insulted that you think I'll be a smuggler.
You're
There is a cargo compartment.
fragging. You're a fragging shadow runner. Do you have somewhere
And?
to store this that isn't on a person?
Yeah, put it in the back.
Put it in the back. I turn and say, repeat back to Mr. Bell.
I spin around and I offer it to you
Put it
with a
in the
smile
back.
on my face, and I walk towards you.
I hold my ground. Actually, you know what? I will reach out toward it and cast levitate
On
on the dagger.
the dagger?
I'll let my coat go with it.
Why are you giggling?
Oof.
Bob, why are you giggling?
I'm just enjoying the show.
I hate all of this. All right, I take 2 drain, but I'm still okay.
Yep, because that's stun.
Yep.
Okay. So you levitate the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like levitating it around to the back to put in the box? In the
Yep.
trunk?
Yep.
And as you do so, you sort of go around the back. Use my power. You hear in the back of your head.
Eat Drek.
Make a willpower test.
No! No!
I'll spend 2 edge to give her an edge.
No! It's so bad.
Yeah, Bob, we didn't have an edge reset or anything.
No,
we?
you did not.
Thank you.
Yeah, I spend 2 to give her 1. No! Get out of here, Tom.
Let me see if there's. Do I have anything that can help?
So to be fair, I should have mentioned this is not something that would require a wound modifier.
Oh,
So you may re-roll that. You may re-roll that without the wound button.
okay. Stressing me out, Bob.
That's still not awesome.
That is not awesome. But it's what I've got.
And it's not a critical glitch.
It's not a critical glitch. It is awfully close to a regular glitch.
Can I still hear all of it, or is it no
No.
longer speaking to me?
It's no longer speaking to you. But you do manage to put it in the cargo bay or the trunk and close it. It takes every bit of willpower you can summon. Because the thoughts go through your head, I can do so much with this thing. But you lay it down.
I hate this dagger. I want to get rid of it. We need the box. We need to drop it off. We need to be done and get paid. Also, I want to sit in the front. Deca, can you put on grid guide and that way we don't need the windshield?
What are you suggesting? I can't sit back there.
Wait, say that again?
I can't sit back there.
No, I mean more front than I have been.
Oh,
But
okay. All right.
I get in the van, but I like really awkwardly like kneel in the seat. So like I still don't have my back to anyone but Fisher, but I'm sitting like this. I don't know if people can see, but like
And I take my seat in the front again,
Sure.
right next to you.
Most of you are in like this huddle just sort of squeezed into the middle section.
I will go sit in the back if it makes more room.
All right. So you guys all get back in the van.
Kiri, are you able to summon a spirit to help search for the box?
Maybe a low level one. I'm really not feeling well.
Wait.
It also occurs to you, Kiri, that you have not seen the box.
I mean,
So unless you've seen the box, you can't guide a spirit to search for it.
that's fair.
And I did, right? In the room?
You saw the box, but you're the only one who went in that room.
Yeah. I can get it. Yeah, that's really what you want to do.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
What? You both spoke at the same time.
I said yes, and she said go right ahead.
Oh.
So that's essentially two yeses. So you guys turn around and go back to the apartment building, where by now the snow never really accumulated. Now the clouds have cleared and it's sort of Seattle normal. So do you do the same entry that you did before, wall run up?
Yeah, I'll get out of the car. I'll take out my pistol, and I'll wall run with one hand up the side. And when I get to the window, I'll put my gun in just in case Suds is still there.
I'm not concerned if Suds is still there. That's
So you point your gun in, you look in. Suds is not there.
Okay. Then I'll go in, check it out.
Yeah, so you look around and sort of on the floor next to the chair he'd been sitting in is the case that's sort of haphazardly dumped onto the floor.
Cool, I'll collect it up.
Okay.
Do any of my danger senses go off?
No.
Nope. All right. Then I'll do the same thing. I'll cartoon robber out the window again.
All right.
Like I generally move really like exaggerated and kind of what's the people say lithe? Lithe actually is skinny and like kind of with a grace. So
Yep.
That is generally how I move for no reason at all. So, and then I'll hop back down, I'll wall run back down and back to the car.
I'll get out to supervise the placement of the dagger into the box.
So who places it into the box?
I'll let Bell do it. He's got the box already. I'm just watching him in case he needs to be shot.
Can we open it and like scoot it out into the take a stick?
Like D&D adventure style, like invert a sack and grab it?
I haven't dropped levitate. Theoretically, if he just opens the box, I should be able to levitate the dagger right in there. And
That's fair.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll grab my coat at the last second. I'm not afraid of this thing. I should be.
cool.
So
Dagger.
you levitate it into the box. So much power could be at your disposal.
You're going to make me roll again, aren't you?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
But you levitate it into the box, and
Nice.
presumably
I close
Mr.
it.
Bell closes it.
Latch it. Does the voice stop?
It does.
Then I'm going to take it with me into the car and sit it on my lap.
How do you know if it stops? I didn't tell you.
What do you mean? Once I take possession of it, I'm aware of what happens. I'll wait for a moment to see if I hear anything more.
Fair.
Yeah.
You just stand there outside waiting to see if you just wait a few moments.
Just for a moment. Yeah.
You don't hear any voices.
Anything in astral?
Good, making a sensing test.
I'll do the same since I've got the ability to do so. What do I click?
Oh, so you're rolling without skill, I think, for intuition.
Okay.
Because you don't have the astral skill.
Right.
So nothing special about the box.
And no weird mist whispering to him, hanging around.
Nothing you can tell.
I'll take my spot in the back seat again.
All right. So, and then Mr. Bell, you get in and holding the box.
Mm-hmm. In the front
sealed box.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pat it.
By now, Fisher has done a quick repair job on the windshield.
I give
Sorry.
you a Stuffer Shack coupon as my condolences.
Excellent.
Is it like a gift card or is it like one new yen off a hamburger?
Yeah, it's like a coupon for like one free burrito or whatever, but you can't use it on the weekend.
Monday burritos only.
That's when they're the freshest.
No, that's when they got.
That's the turnaround date. Yeah.
They expire on Sunday. All right, so you guys drive back. Presumably, you have about as awkward a van ride.
Oh, Violet's gonna sing songs.
Okay.
Like really soothing kind of songs, trying to prevent everybody from killing each other before we get paid. I'll use enthralling performance if I have to.
Okay.
Apparently, I always have to be team mom.
I'm just gonna rest in the back seat and
Okay.
try to not hurt so badly.
So, does anybody have a med kit?
I do.
I think I do too.
So I think people have some wounds.
I don't have first aid skill.
So you
I have biotech and first aid, so I can help others, but
Or you can just hook someone up to the first aid kit.
Okay, cool.
Or to the med kit, rather. Oh, it actually is a biotech and logic, or...
first aid is the specialization, and I have that.
Yeah.
I look at Nova. Do you want help?
Yes, will you help me and then I'll help you? Kinda, I'll try. You tell me what to do.
It won't help me, not with these injuries.
Okay. I hand it over to her.
Mother, son of a...
Should wounds be affecting it? Her roll?
Yes.
No!
Yeah, so
You gotta
I'll
fix everything but resistance rolls.
so as I
The good news is you do get an edge for it. Because you have analytical mind and it's a logic test.
Oh, yay! Logic. But I like as I start trying, like my hands are just shaking and like like I'm so exhausted and hurt that I'm like, I'm sorry.
So Nova, you look at her and she is way more injured than you are.
But it's not physical, right?
Some of it is, but like the way it manifests is like I have like swelling, and it like there's dried blood coming from my ears and my nose and my eyes, and like it's all just the strain of casting at the high levels I was.
And parts of her hands and arms are look to be recovering from frostbite.
Sorry, I can't help. I thought I could.
I put it away. I took a Band-Aid out and I put it over a cut on my knee.
Okay.
I could try and help if you'd allow me.
Sure.
So I have a med kit too.
Okay.
And I have biotech. And I'm bleeding out of the mouth, but I'm not showing any signs of
bleeding out of the smiling mouth.
Yeah, it's just that same plastic expression. Like, who am I healing? And how am I doing it?
Me with the med kit?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a biotech roll. And Nova, your essence is
1.28.
Okay. So the threshold is 3.
Jeez.
It can't seem to isolate where injuries are and where repairs need to be made.
I forget what it's like to be a low-level Shadowrunner. Like we suck at everything.
Level 1.
I'm never buying these med kits on discount ever again.
The employee discount Stuffer Shack.
Yeah, there's a little Stuffer Shack like sticker in the corner of her med kits. She clearly got them there.
Okay, so at that point, you guys eventually make it to back into the underground through downtown, and you reach Area 51. It is probably close to midnight by now. So the lights are pulsing, the music is bouncing, and the club is in full swing.
No, never mind.
If you don't feel good, you don't have to come in.
I'm coming in until this is done and I'm paid. And then I'll go have a lie down.
Can I send a message ahead of time to Toil that we're inbound?
Sure. I'll meet you outside, he says.
Is it still snowing around us?
No.
Okay.
No, that stopped. And you noticed it was pretty localized around the around that apartment complex.
Okay.
I hop out of the van with the box in my hand.
Yep. So Toil is there.
It would be advisable not to open the box. The item within has a strange influence. And I hand it forward.
So he takes the box and opens it.
That's what I said not to do.
And you see Trouble sort of fly up and takes a look at it. Yeah, close it. It's good. And so Toil closes it and latches it again. Well done. Do I dare ask about Suds?
Not sure. He might be dead.
y'all might want to invest in a new courier. Even if he's not dead, he seems to be not wanting to live in the big city anymore.
It's true. Plus, he clearly got his whole never mind. You know what? Just find a new guy.
All right. That should be fine. Well done again, and here's your payment. So he hands out another set of cred sticks.
As soon as I grab the cred stick, I turn around and head out. I'm done. I'm done.
It was a pleasure serving you. Choose Green Mansion again in the future. And for all of you, it was a pleasure working with you. And I start handing out business cards one by one, except for, I guess, to Courier, because you're gone already.
Bye.
And then I disappear.
All right. So we draw to a close the case of the Wayward Courier. So we will go to our mid-session break, and when we pick back up, we will begin another case.
Ooh. I have some things I want to buy in downtime. Can we?
Okay. In fact, we can do that if you want to do that.
Cool.
Let's do. Well, we can do some shopping missions.
Cool. I'll start a list while we're on break.